alive and it would just be there. Gosh, it's one thing seeing them in the day, but at night...
Quite special.
I mean, he really does look absolutely huge, and of course we're closer than we were in the day, aren't we?
Yeah, much closer. It's incredible to see them move as well. And you just realise that they are so fast and agile for their bulk.
So just how dangerous are these hippos at night?
Very. They are very dangerous. Yeah, they bite people in half.
You're serious? They bite people in half?
Incidences recorded where they actually bit people in half.
Oh, he's coming close now. That is close. That is really close. I've never, ever been this close to a hippo before. And I reckon I can say now that I avoided a bite, I didn't get a fright, and I got really close to the most dangerous animal in Africa. I reckon that's challenge complete.
Do you believe that twins sometimes have a psychic bond? Do you think it's possible for one to feel pain when the other gets hurt? Well, those fascinating bonds obviously aren't felt by Trisha's guests tonight. Otherwise, surely they'd stop kicking each other.
Look, love, don't you think you put up with this for long enough now?
You're right. I'm fed up of looking at you. You've got to go. Trisha, sponsored by Bright House, your weekly payment store.
Today on Trisha Goddard.
It shouts so loud, like the neighbours react.
I was arrested 20 times.
I got the first ASBI in the country.
Because people were so fed up of hearing you argue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reacted, by cracking him one to shut him up, because that was the only thing that had ever shut him up.
No, I just think he's got a bigger ego than me, that's what I think.
You've got a big ego.
You have.
You have.
When do you get to grow up? Later in the show, we'll be meeting people who are passionate about their hobbies, but can it go too far? We'll find out later. But first, we meet twin brothers Jean and James, who have become fairly notorious in their neighbourhood, it would be fair to say. So let's hear why. Please welcome one of the brothers, Jean. So you and your brother are fairly... Your brother's a twin brother?
Yeah.
And why are you notorious in your area? What have you been up to?
Well, it started last Christmas. He came and started staying at my dad's.
Right.
Carte blanche, taking it all for granted, this, that and the other. Every time I fell out, he'd take stuff out of the freezer and it's my stuff, this, that and the other.
Yeah.
Came to blows.
Were you saying he was stealing from your dad?
No, he wasn't stealing.
Sort of taking everything.
He'd buy some stuff in and that lot and then take twice as much, and then things got heated and that. Anyway, I think it was a Saturday morning and that lot, you know, things got really to a head. You know, my dad, I was looking after him. He's dead now.
Right, right.
You know, I was his carer and that lot, you know, and my dad needed help getting out of bed and he dropped him and, I don't know, anyway.
So did you end up in a fight, you two?
Yeah, golf clubs.
What?
With golf clubs.
Golf clubs?
Yeah, he bent one round my head and I bent one round his.
How bad has the fighting got? Have you ever broken bones?
Well, he's had, broken ribs. He's broke his wrist on my head and broken legs.
Who's had a broken leg?
Me.
How did you do that?
Missed him.
Meaning what? What do you mean? What do you mean you missed him?
I missed him. I went for him once and He's pretty quick, like. He used to be an ex-boxer, so he got out of the way and I missed him and he hit the gas fire.
Now, what about your reputations? Do you suffer from each other's reputations?
I suffer from his, yeah.
Why do you suffer from his?
Well, he's a bit of a womaniser and this, that and the other. Not too much so, but
Yeah.
I got beat up by a couple of Welsh guys, like, he'd been seeing this girl and it happened to be this Welsh lad contractor and they beat hell out of me, like, just
Thinking
outside.
that you were your twin
Was
brother?
James, yeah.
So is it good twin, bad twin, or...?
Yeah.
Which one's the good twin and which
I'm
one's...
the good twin.
You're good twin.
I am.
And how are you getting on with your brother at the moment?
He's living with me.
But how are you getting on?
Uh,
Any complaints from neighbours?
yeah, loads.
So do you argue now you're living together?
Well, I just go out.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear from your neighbours. Anyway, let's meet your twin
Well, the
brother.
thing is,
oh,
the neighbours went to Australia.
probably as a
They did.
result of this. Yeah, ran. Well, let's meet your twin brother. According to you, you're the good twin, he's the bad twin. Please welcome James.
Right.
So you're the bad twin, are you?
Yeah,
Ladies' man, I understand.
occasionally.
How many women do you think you've dated over the years?
Until my ex-partner, about 375.
375
Yeah.
women? Really?
And I ain't waffling, no.
375 women?
Yeah.
All of them single?
No,
Some married?
kind of.
And that's where you get into trouble?
Yeah, but this was like 20 years ago when I was DJing and dancing and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that.
at the
It was-
moment he knocks about with the Dolce Vita set, like, of our area, you know
yeah,
what I
but
mean?
he's
They're all...
Billy at times because he's suffering from delusions of, like, frigging narcissistic tendencies. Because what he was saying about my old fella when I lived there,
Yeah.
my dad let me keep the stuff in the freezer and I took it home with me, and Billy here, like, said, oh, I took some of his, right? And I'm telling you the truth here, right? He was too to look after me dad. It was me who was cleaning his bum and cutting his toenails and bathing him.
So your brother's got a drink problem, is
Yeah,
that?
Yeah,
and
oh,
a
yeah, I did
smoky,
have one.
dopey problem.
Ah.
And a loud mouth.
A loud mouth in
Very
what way?
loud. Yeah, when he's drunk and that lot. He changes like a Jekyll and Hyde tendencies.
So how did you get on at your dad's funeral then?
He's the one with
We
the...
were all right. We
You
were
were
all
right?
right there. And
I had a broken leg.
But they say that he shouts so loud, like the neighbours like react, and they were phoning the police, and I got the first ASBI in the country, which is an antisocial injunction.
Because
you know.
people were so fed up of hearing you argue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
see, he comes out and shouts in the street and in the back
I was
garden.
arrested 20 times.
And
in a
I
month.
reacted, like, by cracking him one to shut him up, because that was the only thing that had ever shut him up.
Is it true you've had a sword fight at one
Yeah,
stage?
we had a sword fight.
With real swords?
Yeah.
Were there any... Did anyone get stabbed?
Yeah, he stabbed him up the backside.
Seriously?
After an hour of flim
3
film, why
stitches.
not?
Are there any other people who could get hurt during this? or is
No,
it-
not at all. We don't
Just you
involve
two?
it. No. You see, the neighbour was complaining, like, well, she was in no danger. I got banned off the neighbourhood.
But if you were living
You
next...
couldn't come within a 5-mile radius of my house.
Well,
no,
it
a
must
mile
be,
radius.
it must be
makes sense.
hell for people living around you, seriously, mustn't it? People who have ordinary, everyday jobs, lives, trying to get on with their lives.
Not necessarily, because that neighbour in question's in Australia, so she's not here to defend herself.
How old are you? Your twins, how old are you?
45 each.
45?
Yeah.
When do you get to grow up?
When he stops drinking and smoking weed. If he's drinking and I'm sober and all that lot, I don't like the way his body language is towards me, because he shouts, obnoxious, threatening, and basically takes the pee.
True?
No, I don't know. I just think he's got a bigger ego than me. That's what I think.
You've got a big ego.
You have.
You have.
See, this is how it starts, and then he won't give it up. Starts knocking cups, you know.
Not doing what?
he
You know what I mean?
He throws things, you know.
Like what?
I mean,
the
I'll
telly
just
out the
tell him,
window.
he'll throw an ashtray at me. Oh, yeah,
So why are you living together?
because
Oh,
he
no.
can't look after himself, and he's had
Well,
no
I've got
money, and I
epilepsy,
feed him.
You know.
Right.
So
And you're
I have
drinking?
fits. Yeah.
I feed
through
him,
drink.
he hides money from me and all that lot, and spends it on drink, like, and if I catch him, I just But he says, I heard him. I go away. It's me who walks away because I don't want that to do with it. Pees me off and I'll off.
So you've got alcohol-induced epilepsy?
Yeah.
Do you think your dad would have been proud of you two?
No.
No.
Neither would my mother. I don't even think any of our family is.
My kids aren't.
But, so everybody's ashamed of you two, which pushes you two together.
Yeah.
So you're happy with the rest of your family?
Except my circle of friends and all that, who really do know me, you know, because when I'm away from him, I'm fine. But
So
when I'm with him, I can't go out with him.
Why not?
I can never go out with him because he embarrasses me.
Right, yes.
Oh, maybe if you had a job, you'd have something better to do with your
I have a
time
good job
and
and all
fight with
that
each
lot.
No, it doesn't matter about... I'm going to be doing a B... well, just about to do a BA. I've got an exhibition at Carlisle University of my paintings.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, I'm forthcoming, do you know what I mean? And I'll
So
get a grant.
you've got a talent. What's your brother's talent?
James, going out of his Dolce Vita set. You know,
So what's a
his
Dolce
mates-
Vita set meant to?
His mates who were all posh in fancy BMWs and that lot, and then taking him along for the ride, you know, for a laugh and that lot. I don't get along with them.
Is it true?
Yeah.
You live a completely different life?
Yeah, separate
totally
lives.
different
Do you in
lifestyles.
some ways sort of look down on your brother's way of life?
No.
You don't?
No, I accept his friends.
agoraphobic.
His
You know what I
friends.
mean? I don't like
my
going out
friends
at all.
accept him. He's genie, you know, to them, and he's fine when they're around because he behaves himself. When his mates are around, sometimes he goes the other way, you know.
So your friends are a better influence on him, is what you're saying?
Well, a better influence on me, you see, because if I'm peed up at any time, I don't go to the show.
All right, so now, do you go off into the sunset today together, or...
Yeah, of
separate?
course we will.
Who's going to be staying at
We
my
come
house
down
tomorrow night, innit?
We come down the morning together.
You know.
He slept half the way. He
Well,
was
no
fine.
wonder all you
the
and that
taxi driver was
He went and
expected
got
to kick
sandwiches,
off.
didn't even get me any.
I bought driver one him. He's asleep, isn't he? Sleeping off a night out.
So next time we meet you, you might be all sort of grown up and everything.
Don't get... Well, it's not a matter of growing up, it's a
Is it
matter
not?
of moving on.
There's a saying
I
in
haven't
Barrett,
moved
he's
on,
the
he
oldest
hasn't.
teenager. Used to be another lad, but Gene's taken over. I'm a little bit more serious. He calls me miserable because I look at him and I see me selling him.
Yes. Nice meeting you both.
Yeah.
I was going to say gentlemen, maybe I'd say boys. All right, now it's time to meet a husband and mother who are desperate to restrain a dangerous DIY addict. Amanda's obsession with DIY has not only caused holes in the wall, dents in the bank balance and broken bones, but it just might have started to cause cracks in the relationship too. Find out why after the break.
You've become a real pain in the backside. Yes! Woo!
Dream of Pink, the new limited edition from Lacoste.
You're looking at the standard we set ourselves. It's the one standard that measures the shine, the clarity,